Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Sprout. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a great day, and I want to do a couple different things in today's episode. I want to sort out this front entrance right here first. Right now, the terrain's all wacky. You have to, like, jump to come up the stairs and all that kind of stuff. I want to get this sorted out and looking a bit better than it does now. So let's see. Let's start by getting rid of these slabs here, because these are not, these are actually not what I want at all. I want all of these to go away. And actually, we'll get rid of these ones as well. Hello, Mr. Zombie. Goodbye. Let's go and just clear those out. Okay, there we go. That should be good. And then we'll just grab some dirt stuff. And I guess I can just put all of this into my storage system. I don't really need any of it. Okay. Dirt. Grab. That's plenty. That should be more dirt than I need. Which is, you know, it's always better to have more than not enough. Break that out, and we'll just fill that in, like so. Fill that in. And then I'm thinking we kind of want this hill, or this little bit of terrain here, probably to wrap about here, or so. We'll break those as well. Yeah, let's go like, about there, I think. And we'll fill that one in. Well, actually, we kind of need to maybe fill it in like so. Well, yeah. This is good, because this. Oh, these are cherry bomb plants. They explode. What is this sorcery? That's interesting. Okay. But anyway, we'll just fill in all of that. That should be good. And then to speed up the process a little bit, I will grab this builder's wand. And we'll just fill all of that in. Okay, there we go. Looking good. And then I think we'll put a couple of slabs in along here as well. So this will all turn to grass. So then we need to sort this little bit right here out. And that should actually be pretty easy. I think we'll just keep it real simple and grab a couple of stone brick stairs. There we go. I don't need those. Here we go. And we may want these to be dark oak, actually. Just kind of looking at the rest of this. Put that there. I may want those stairs to be dark oak stairs. Maybe. I don't know. For now, I'm just going to leave it at this. This tree looks horrible, so I'm going to get rid of it for now. We will plant some trees and wildlife and flowers and all that sorts of good stuff in this garden or along. And there's like, this is so weird. There's like vines growing on the side of sugarcane. I can't say that's something I've seen before. That's very interesting. Is there anything there? Barrier block, maybe? Yeah, there's a barrier block. So that you get, interesting. So recurrent complex, including barrier blocks in the regular world. Interesting. Okay, anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So we'll let the grass spread here. It'll be fine. But now we actually have a proper way up and into our manor. This all is going to have to be dealt with. Like these, for example. This looks... There's all sorts of leaves and stuff growing in here. We're going to have to do something with this room to kind of dress this whole thing up. I think we'll start by just getting rid of the vines. Yeah. Yeah. That should be good. Okay. And then we've got this little area right here. I think we'll do something like this. Take a dark oak log and put that there. Maybe... let's break those out. And go up like so. Does that line up on this side? It does. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, that's a decent start. And then what we'll probably do is up here, I'll put in some slabs or something. How many of these do I have? Let's just make a couple more, and we'll just kind of fill in these holes for a minute. Is this visible from outside? It is not. Okay, lovely. Same goes for that. There we go. All right, so this room is a bit cleaner. I don't know yet what we're going to put here. Maybe just like a little table or something. We're going to have to do something with doors as well. Now, in this mod pack, there's a lot of different doors. There's tons. We've got Malice's doors, which allows you to actually create your own doors. And then there's also, like... Here we go. Large spruce double doors. There's these large doors from the aptly named Big Doors mod. So I kind of want to try these out. I don't know exactly how big these are going to be, but let's just try and make one of these. I have a feeling it's not going to be the right size, but still, I want to try it out and see how big. Actually, it's 3 wide. That's kind of perfect. Because we could put that here. And then that would open. That's actually... That exceeds my expectations. I thought it was going to be 4 wide. It's actually the perfect size. So what we'll need... I don't think we're going to want to put it right here. Or maybe we will. Maybe we'll just, like, take those out and go boop. And then that opens and closes, and there you have a nice big double door. And that should help keep mobs out, because one problem I've been having is mobs are spawning out here, and they're just walking through my wide open door and, you know, wandering around and causing mischief and mayhem. So, yeah, I'm actually quite good with this. Also, hello. You have been harvested. At this point, I don't need you anymore. I have tons of ender pearls. So anyway, didn't want to do a whole lot of building today, but wanted to get a little bit done. I also did a little bit more on the walls here and stuff between episodes. Nothing major, just a couple minor tweaks. I added a little overhang here. I think this looks nice from down below. Just to add a little bit of shadow, a little bit of depth there. But the next thing I want to do in today's episode is I want to get a way to repair our gear. Because right now we've got our armor's pretty heavily damaged. Our tools are taking a little bit of damage, not too bad. And I can repair them the old-fashioned vanilla way. You know, I can make dragon... like... If I want to repair my chestplate, I could make another dragon scale chestplate, throw it in an anvil, and repair it using experience. That would be an option. But there's a better way, and that is the item repairer from Actually Editions. This thing's pretty cool, although it is a little bit expensive, not only to make, but also to use. But I think we can pull it off. I'm gonna need, let's see, 5 blocks of diamond? Yeah, 5 blocks of diamond. So we should have enough diamonds to do that. Let's go like so, and we'll make 5 of those. There we go. And then they actually need to be turned into diamantine crystal using the molecular transceiver or whatever it's called, and then empowered as well. So we need some clay. Let's just grab a 1 stack, 2 stacks. We'll grab 2 stacks of that. And then I need a little bit of light blue dye as well, which I'll probably just have to make it, honestly. Using lapis and bone meal. And let's make 6 of those. Sure, that'll work. Okay. The rest of it we should be able to make later. Okay, so we have made the Empower over here. The Empower, but we've never actually used it, I don't think. So it's pretty straightforward. First thing we're going to have to do is toss our diamond blocks on the ground and turn them into diamantine crystal. Okay. Then we're going to need a little bit of clay. And we want to turn this diamantine crystal into empowered diamantine crystal. So it's clay ball, clay block, and light blue dye. And then they'll do fancy light stuff. There'll be a bit of a light show. It'll take a little bit of time. It's going to use a bunch of power. We should see. Is it draining power from here? It is, but not very quickly. What about from over here? Draining much faster. It looks like it's using about 400 RF per tick. That's not too bad. My power... Oh, here we go. It is actually outputting power now. Good. That's actually what we need. But there you go. It does a little thing, and bam, we have empowered diamantine crystal. So, pretty useful. Gets the job done. Let's just put this stuff in our inventory like so. Let's see. We did the light blue dye. We did the clay block, ball, and bam. There we go. We'll let that do its thing. While we're working on that, we need 5 of these, remember? While we're working on that, let's start working on some other things. So the first thing I want to do is turn one of these blocks into just regular crystals, because we need to make this ender casing. And I need a black quartz block, which, by the way, is a gorgeous block. I just want to throw that out there. And then we need to make an ender casing using 4 of those crystals, black quartz, and some ender pearls. We're going to need a couple basic coils. We're going to need empowered Inori crystal. Do I have... I have Inori crystal, but no empowered Inori crystal. Okay. So, let's make like 8. Yeah, let's make like 8 blocks of Inori crystal. Okay. And we need to empower these as well. We need snowball, gray dye, button, and cobblestone. So, 1 snowball. 1... I'm going to have to make gray dye, which you'd think would be relatively easy. Boop. There we go. I don't have any ink sacs? What? Game. How do I not have any ink sacs? I guess we'll go get some ink sacs then. That's shocking to me. I can't believe we don't have any. All right, we'll turn on our magnet. There are bodies of water nearby. Also, I love how beautiful this looks from a distance. Just imagine this whole thing done in that kind of Tudor theme. It's going to be gorgeous. I can't wait. Anyway, give me your ink sacs. I don't need tons. I just need like a handful. There's 3. That's an Enderman. Oh, here we go. We've hit the mother lode. There's squid everywhere. There we go. Let's just get up to like, I don't know, 16 maybe. You want to hide in the sand. I don't blame you. I mean, it's a valid strategy for what's going on right now in your life, to be fair. Go, and you die, and you die. There we go. All right, that's 24. That should be plenty for our needs. We don't need a ton of them. We just need a couple. So, and actually, before we get back into making the things, we should probably throw on another diamantine crystal, because I'm sure this one is done. You go like that. Take. Nope. Wrong. It's got to be an open hand, I guess. Okay, that's fine. So, block, ball, die, do your thing. Okay. Anyway, back to the grind. So we'll toss that in here. We need, as we said, a little bit of gray dye. Just a little. And then what What was the last ingredient? Snowball, great eye. We need a button. That should be easy enough. I may even have a stone button. I do not, but I can easily make one. I only need one. And then one cobblestone as well. So let's turn that into a button, and then we'll do the Inori crystal. And I'm not entirely sure if it's faster because it's a less valuable thing, or if it uses the same amount of power regardless. Because I know diamantine crystal is like the most important thing, although you can actually make like empowered chaos stuff with this. Like you can get pretty crazy with it. Let's toss some of our tools in here to recharge. There we go. The other cool thing too is that when this thing finally does finish, there's like a big flash of like particles and stuff. There it is, just like that. And now we have empowered Inori crystal as well. So toss that. Toss two, oh, like so. There we go, get that going. Tools should probably be done by now, I would think. Yep, all good. And then we just need one more diamantine crystal, and I think we'll have everything to make this guy. I'm pretty sure. I do need to turn these into the regular crystals there, though. And I forget what it was. What were we making that we needed those for? Oh, we just needed straight up. Okay. Okay, easy enough. So actually, we should have all the stuff as soon as this other diamantine crystal is all finished. Or maybe it's diamantine? I don't know. I'm going to pronounce it diamantine because that's how I'm going to do it. There. Beautiful. All right, almost done. Now, as for where we should put this thing, I'm not entirely sure. I did run some conduits over here, so we may just be lazy and like toss it right here. This should be hooked up to this power generation system. It should work, I think. I don't know why it wouldn't, but if it doesn't, I will have to check things. So let's grab some conduits just in case. There we go. Oh, hey, no, you come back. Thank you. And there's the last one. Ball, thing. Oh, that's every single one of them. Okay, the rest of them were just extras, so cool. There we go. Okay, so now we should have all the stuff. Let's give this a try, and let's see if this thing works. Now, I haven't used one of these since Hermit Pack, I think. So it's been a little while. But if I recall, you toss the stuff in. Well, you hook it up to power, right? So we'll put it... that's a bad place for that to be. Let's put this right here. Kind of looks stupid inset into the wall right there, if I'm being honest. Let's just run a conduit up right here, and we'll just put this right here. It has power. That's good. That's a very good sign. And then you toss an item in, and it repairs relatively slowly. It's not something that goes very quickly, and it is something that uses power. Like you can see, it's using like 5,000 RF per tick, which is actually quite a lot. Like that's a lot of power. But it will fully repair your items, as like this one, for example, is much closer to being at full durability, and bam, full durability. Same goes for like the axe and all the, the pickaxe, etc., etc., etc. We can get this all done. I'm not going to obviously repair all of my items on camera. That's not my type of thing. But point is, right, if we stay on top of this, like if we're repairing our items every time we come back to base, it won't take very long for them to repair. And the big thing is, it's the armor is what I'm really concerned with, because, well, and the tools too, for that matter. Because with enchantments and stuff on them, doing it the old-fashioned vanilla way, eventually they'll just get to the point where you can't repair them anymore. And we could throw mending on them, but remember, the mending enchantment, if we want to use that mending enchantment token, it's a nether star per mending token. And we're not really set up for that at the moment. So I think this is a good option. This will repair just about anything that has durability. So it is going to use power. It's going to go through power quite quickly, actually. The other thing I'm worried about, actually, though, is this guy has not been working at full capacity. Like, so I had to boot it up between, I think it was not this episode, but the last episode or something like that. And you can see, remember how we spent all this time, like, getting this all configured, all perfect and everything like that? And it's not working anymore. It's not doing the thing. So let's try and see if we can. I'm really hoping that we're not going to have to like tweak this every single time, because that would be tedious and bad. But if necessary, 11, 11, 10. Okay. Let's maybe bump you up. You have to kind of. Okay, that one's at 10 now. 11, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, like it's a little funky. I don't know, and you gotta kind of play around with it. And if it's gonna get messed up, and I don't know why it's messed up. I don't know if it's messed up because it's just there's a small amount of variance in it, or if it's messed up because maybe like the TPS gets messed up. The TPS being ticks per second. Something like that gets messed up when I'm exploring the world and generating new chunks and it throws it off, or I really don't know. But it concerns me for sure, because we spent all this time like getting this thing perfectly configured the way we want it, and now it's like, no, I don't want to do that anymore. And the only way to get it like just right is to tweak it and fine tune it. And remember, it is capable of putting out a lot of power, but if it gets all like derped up every time, then that's not ideal. The other thing then too is if it's all derped up, like it's gonna go through ender pearls. It will lose pearls, and that's no good. Like right here, we just lost a pearl. 10, 10. Oh, it's a start. That one's 10, that one's 10. Let's try like boosting you just a tiny bit. 11, 10, 13. So we got to go the other way. And it's just, I don't know. Like the whole thing is a little, it's hard to get it just right. But that's pretty close. That's really close. Like we are almost spot on there. Let's bump that one back. Oh, and now it lost a thing. 10, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we're losing them right here. So, I don't know. We'll have to fiddle with it later. But anyway, this is a thing that I don't know what the solution is. I don't know if we're going to have to, like, keep it spot on, or if we're able to keep it going forever, or what. But point is, it's now doing a thing. Also, shovel fully repaired. Thank you. Let's toss that in there. And it's just, I don't know. We'll have to. I'm concerned about that. Also, there was one of you who I forget the name. I'm very sorry, but there was someone who left a comment on the episode where we built this endergenic generator, and had another design that they made. They're actually I think a smaller content creator themselves, and it looked pretty cool. If I keep having problems with this, I may give that a try. We'll see. It's a lot bigger. Well, it's not bigger per se. It's a little bit bigger, but not much. But it does use more generators and presumably generates more power. So I need to actually look at that and see if that would be a better option for us. The big thing is I need it to be reliable. I don't need like thousands upon thousands upon, I don't need necessarily 50,000 million RF. I just need enough that I can run all the stuff that I want to run, but I need it to be reliable so I'm not fiddling with it all the time, because that's no fun. So it's going to be kind of one of those things where like we do a little bit here, we do a little bit there. Maybe we bring that one back, maybe we give that a try. 10, 11, 11, 11. It's pretty close. Pretty close. Bring that one back one. 10. Lost it right there. 10, 10. Oh. 10, 10, 10. Hey, we've got 10s all around. Now it's doing the thing. And it's generating. Nope. We're still losing pearls. I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to mess around with it too much more right now. And in fact, guys, we are pretty much out of time for this episode, but that's okay. Let me know if you know more about endergenic generators than I do, because I will be the first to admit they are not my expertise. And it seems like a very cool way to generate power, but I'm concerned if I'm having problems with it. That concerns me, because we want a reliable source. And the thing is, we only have so many pearls. I would like to set up an Enderman farm so we can have infinity pearls and not have to worry about it. And then we can just let this thing run forever and ever and ever. But yeah, we need something here, because this is not ideal. But anyway, guys, I think that is going to do it for today's episode. We got a little bit of work done on the front entrance. We got the item repair made, and we fiddled a bit with the endergenic generator, and there is a creeper just hanging out on all this newly planted grass. Also, I have a feeling that grass does not spread to slabs, which is kind of annoying, considering they're everywhere, but whatever. Guys, that is going to do it for me. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.